All right, so we should be live right now, but while I check my YouTube on my phone to make sure it's all up and running smoothly, is there anything that you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out before we get this thing started?
I mean, honestly, I don't think so. I think I'm ready to get this thing going. Let's do it.
All right, man. Sounds good. Well, I know you weren't in Orlando or anything for the each one teach one tryouts, but you did say at least for now you're rocking with them for AAU.
Yeah.
I guess before we kind of talk about the expectations for AAU this year, I know you guys did get some. You guys got to play a little bit in the summer of 2020. So what was it like just getting that little bit of playing time with your each one teach one team?
I mean, that was awesome. I mean, all those guys are, I mean, great players. You got, I mean, Emmanuel Sharp, you got Dylan Mitchell out there. I mean, those guys are both tough players. So, I mean, it was great just to get any kind of playing with that. And, I mean, hopefully this year, now that COVID's kind of starting to shut down and get over that, I think, I mean, we'll have a great year coming up.
Yeah, and how excited are you since URBL, at least at the moment, is good to go? So how excited are you for that?
Oh, I've been on Under Armour almost my entire life before the past 2 years. And I mean, can't really count last year, so I'm hyped up for this.
Yeah, I want like the Under Armour circuit. I think is great. URBL Under Armour.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, nothing against Under Armour.
Yeah, but in terms of gear, at least the way I think of gear, I got Nike, and then everything else is just below it. I know at Westminster Academy, you guys got the Jordan jerseys,
Right.
but I guess like how happy you'd be playing, with Nike on you? Is that something you care about?
I mean, it's awesome. Absolutely, man. You got to look at Nike. I mean, that's definitely a notch above everything else.
Yeah, for sure. And would last summer, would that have been your first time playing URBL?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so was that like a big heartbreaker for you, or is that like when you found out it got canceled, or not really?
I mean, it definitely a little bit. I mean, I was definitely looking forward to it. I mean, definitely wanted to play, but I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't like the end of the world for me, but it was definitely something where I was looking forward to it for a while. When it got canceled because of COVID, I definitely hurt a little bit.
Yeah, and some guys like I know Emmanuel and Dylan, like they're tight and everything. I can't think off the top of my head like who else is on your team, but I think a lot of them may know each other or anything. Like having
Yeah.
you be one of the newer guys on the team, how are you able to I guess make that adjustment?
I mean, that was definitely something. I mean, we had to do. I mean, at the end of the day, like we're all, I mean, pretty good players. So I mean, like we had a couple practices before the season, and they're all great guys. So I mean, like you had like those guys. You had like AJ Green. I mean, like all of them are like top level players. I mean, just can't find a lot of guys better than them. So I mean, going in, kind of fitting in, it was pretty kind of smooth, pretty seamless, and I mean, it was easy to do because they were all pretty tough.
Yeah. So is it easy, I guess you could say, for like because those URBL teams, like you obviously got to be pretty legit to play on those teams. So
Right.
is it easy to throw a bunch of URBL guys together and they just know how to play just because they're all so talented?
I mean, definitely a little bit, yeah. But I mean, again, there's some hard stuff too. I mean, like chemistry stuff like that all plays a big role when you're out there playing and things like that. So I mean, obviously, there's always room for improvement. But I would say, I mean, just looking at last year, I think we did pretty well, and I mean, it was pretty easy to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And with the UIBL comes Peach Jam, the biggest thing of the year. I know every guy's going to say, yeah, we're going to win Peach Jam. So I'm not going to ask you if you're going to win Peach Jam. I'm going to ask why you guys would win Peach Jam.
I mean, like I said, we got top level players out here. I mean, like I think anyone that's playing us is going to have a hard time beating us.
Yeah. And this is a basic question. Like if I'm thinking of it, I'm going to ask, like, what got you into basketball and like how'd you start taking it really seriously?
What do you mean?
I feel like I can't like what got you into basketball? Like when did you start playing or whatever? Like for me, like when my dad showed me a bunch of stuff with Michael Jordan, that's when I got into basketball.
Oh, I got you. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I probably started taking it really serious when I was probably like 13, 14. So I've been playing for like, I mean, what, 4 years now. So I mean, it's definitely, I mean, probably like growing up, I was always like super competitive and stuff like that. And I think basketball was definitely just something where it was just kind of like I was pretty good at and I was able to win at it. And so I was just something where I could really like focus in and say like, this is something I want to do and I want to focus on. And this is somewhere where I'm able to, I mean, like succeed and win and do that. And so I feel like ever since then, it's just been 100%. I've been locked in on it.
For sure. And you got your first offer the summer heading into your sophomore year, I think. So you kind of had a little earlier recruitment process. Obviously, it did take off, around that June 15th date, like most players. But you did start off early. I guess how were you able to play so well in your underclassmen years of high school?
I mean, my first couple of years of high school were great. I mean, I won like a state championship my freshman year. Man, I had all those guys on my team, like Chase Johnson, who like the ace on freshman of the year, great player. I had Sam Griffin, who's doing great right now. So I had Stephon Swenson, all these guys who are playing D1 level basketball right now. And so having them on my team and having them kind of like be able to watch them and kind of learn from that, like see their mistakes, see what they did right, and all that was definitely huge for me and how I was able to kind of grow and improve my game.
Yeah, and I'm sure like there's probably a lot of like older players you kind of look up to or want to like be like them, maybe in terms of like their role on the team, not just like player, but like I want to be like this type of leader or whatever. What do you for your senior year now? Like, what are you trying to be?
What do you mean? Like, who am I trying to be like, or who am I just trying to be myself?
Like I guess, or more, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I got you. Definitely, because this year was definitely a bit more disappointing for us. We lost to St. Andrews in the like the regional semifinals, which was tough.
Right.
Obviously, that was a tough one. They have some good players, but I felt like that was a game that we could have and should have won, and then kind of came up short. So I think definitely just working on kind of being able to lead my team and being able to kind of like on and off the court, just be able to like lead by example and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I like just in general, because I'm in the same class as you. I don't hoop, but like I'm 2022 as well. It's crazy.
Right.
Like next year, like after that, like I'm done being a kid, like going to college and everything. How crazy is that? Just to think about knowing like it really did go by like super fast.
No, it's crazy. It's flown by, and like thinking about it, just just like leaving high school. Like that's it. Like going to college basketball. Like leaving home, doing everything like that. That's definitely it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I'm like it. I guess the crazy thing was like this year I realized like 2 years from now I'm not gonna be able to come home and like I'm not gonna see my mom, I'm not gonna see my siblings
Right.
or my dad. Like I'm gonna come home and hopefully see a girlfriend in college probably. Yeah, like I got.
Man, it's crazy. It's gonna be a big change when that comes around.
Yeah, but I was continuing on, and since I kind of, I guess, did bring up college a little bit, your recruiting process, could you share which school I guess has been contacting you the most out of the ones that have offered?
Probably the most right now has got to be between. I would say probably if I had to give three schools right now, it'd probably be Georgia, Ole Miss, and Dayton have been the most kind of like I've been talking to the most, and they'll have great staffs. That's been awesome.
Yeah, and you do have a lot of very very good high offers. High major offers. You got some good interest as well. Like your recruitment, basically the way it is going right now, or I guess the way it's been. If it just stopped today, that's basically as good as a lot of guys' full recruitment. Do any idea you want to make a cut list or maybe commit to a school? Do you have any sort of timetable for that?
I'm trying to right now kind of like figure out what's happening with travel first. I'm trying to kind of see how the travel season goes and everything like that before I really start to narrow things down. Like all the schools I'm talking to are great right now, so I don't want to just say like no to anything right now and try and cut links with anything right now.
Yeah, so I guess like some guys kind of want to like knock it out, I guess, before their school year starts. Others may want to wait till the middle of their senior year. Like that's kind of why. So you're at the moment you're still kind of waiting it out and just enjoying the process.
Probably. And obviously, like talking to schools right now, and if something happens and I feel good about something, I'm thinking about any time I can really do it. But the hardest thing about it is like my class hasn't been able to really visit schools. Like you can't really like meet staff that well. You can do Zoom calls, which are great, but it's still like something's different about that from doing that and actually visiting a school, which has been really difficult too. So like hopefully something like that will open up where I can actually see places, and I think that would be a big kind of like that would really help in trying to kind of like end this whole recruitment process and figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I was literally about to bring that up. I was going to say like is it because you're waiting for the visits or something like that, but
yeah, I guess that's a big thing is that we haven't been able to take visits.
Yeah, is there any school on your list right now, like not the school itself, but any state that those schools are from that you maybe never gone to that you want to go to?
Honestly, like I don't really know. Like going anywhere is kind of like I've been in Florida basically my whole life, so it's hard to kind of like see. I mean, like you live here and you've got like 85-degree weather every day, and I mean, like you visit some of those other places and it gets kind of cold. But like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, I haven't really thought about that bit as much. I mean, like I play basketball, which is inside, so I'm just kind of focusing on that part.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like, well, isn't like the schools you have like the worst weather? Like I'm sure Auburn isn't that bad. I feel like Iowa. Oh, I know Iowa State. I think that's pretty cold because I saw.
Yeah,
I, I,
that would stay be kind of brutal.
yeah, yeah. I saw something. I saw something of you know Dudley Blackwell.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
I saw him go like live one time, and he was in like a t-shirt, and it was like snowing and everything, and he was like, "Oh, that was so funny."
That's crazy. No, yeah, I know Dudley pretty well. He was there back in my school a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He
Yeah.
was. Yeah, yeah. He was very fun to watch. But going back to your season now, I know those were a couple of tough losses, I guess. Before we kind of get into those, like maybe any specific games, just what do you think your junior year was like overall, and how it all went for you?
I mean, I think that like, I mean, obviously all the guys on my team were great. I mean, I love all those guys, and I mean, like playing with them, getting to know them, and everything like that was obviously awesome. But I think we definitely just kind of had some struggles because we got shut down like right in the middle of our season because of COVID. Had to take off for 2 weeks, couldn't practice together, couldn't do anything like that, which was rough. And then kind of came back, kind of like shut off our whole flow, if you know what I mean. So that was definitely brutal. But I mean, I think we kind of expected to have a better season because we had a lot of talent on that team, and we kind of came up short. That was definitely tough.
Yeah, but like, how many of those guys that were on your team this year that were playing a lot of minutes were, I guess, playing a lot last year, and guys you were kind of used to? Because weren't some of those guys new? I think.
Yeah, we had a lot. I mean, we had. I mean, I think. Who do we have staying? I think all we had was me and Aiden Abell were, I think, the only two guys who were starting who were really there last year. I mean, other than that, we had, I mean, Jalen Carey, we had James Nichols and Cam, who were all great players, but I mean, just never played with them before. Didn't really know anything about how they like to play. That was definitely hard too.
Yeah. So I guess next year, assuming some of those guys are probably going to stay. I know Jalen is 2023, so he unless he like transfers something like that, he's going to be there. I guess how much higher are your expectations, or how much better you think next year will? You guys had a great season, but like how much better you think next year will go now that you guys are a little more used to each other and everything like that?
I mean, I think it'll be a whole nother. I mean, I think it'll be a whole different season. I mean, like first playing COVID, which obviously get fans in there, you get stuff like that. The whole energy is different. And I think giving us like another year to really kind of like even things out, figure things out, I think we'll be a tough team.
Yeah, for sure. And which game this year would you say was your favorite?
Let me think. What my favorite game this year? I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, I think probably. I mean, I think we beat Pinecrest when we were in one of our tournaments.
You were the only team. You were the only team to beat them. The only team to beat them.
That was a big one. I mean, playing the Twins and taking them down was obviously, I mean, a big one because Twins are tough players, man. So I think that was a good one. I mean, like we had played Calvary. We played Calvary in the season. I mean, we had a close, tough game with them. I mean, up 10 at half, and then just they fought back and lost. That was a tough game, but I mean, obviously being in it, I mean, playing them when they're as stacked as they are was a fun game, even though we lost it. And I mean, I think those were probably the two main ones that I think were great games.
Yeah, I want to ask about that Pinecrest game. I kind of wish we did this interview like right before my school played them, because we like our coach was saying like he was trying to find a film like how to beat them, but obviously like I don't know if we were able to find your film or not. And you guys were the only team in the whole state to end up beating them. So what how were you guys able to stop that team?
I mean, honestly, I mean, we just kind of, went out there and we just tried to, play our game and try and stick to what we did. And I mean, obviously try to focus our defense around the Twins, shut them down, keep them from scoring, like not let them get dunks, not them get easy buckets. And I mean, we were able to do that. I guess, better than most teams were, and we shut them down, and we ended up coming out with the win.
Yeah, because the thing about them that like surprised me the most was that they like beat St. Andrews by 20. So that like I had no idea how they pulled out. Like they are a great team. I think they're actually a really, really solid team. But St. Andrews, like I would not expect them to blow them out, which they did. So that's why I was like super curious about that. That's just crazy.
No, yeah, that was a fun game, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, but I guess that Calvary Christian game in the district final, they were yeah, they are extremely stacked team, which you guys are too, but they're just like almost, I guess you say, a whole other level of stacked. I guess you could say. So what was like just the intensity level of that game like for you guys, is having to stay in it, and you did put up a fight against a really stacked team like them.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like it's tough playing teams like that because I mean they're just so deep. So it's kind of like, I mean, they kind of keep getting guys coming in. I mean, it's just like every guy you stop, they have guys ready to get the bucket. So it's kind of like you just have to, I mean, find ways to dig in and find ways to keep fighting. And I think we did that. And I mean, first half, then just kind of got tired, started giving up easy buckets. And once we started doing that, they kind of ran away with it.
And your team, like you have a complete team. It's not like, you kind of do everything for Westminster Academy, but you are probably the best player or one of the best in that team. How are you kind of able to help lead the team, not just in terms of like vocally and everything, but also on the court, just playing? How are you able to do that?
I mean, I tried to really just focus on kind of like, I mean, at least in the big games and things like that, when we were coming down the end, I mean, just focusing on rebounding and I mean, just like playing defense, because I think those were the two things. I mean, like we had guys on our team who could score, and I mean, scoring comes, but I think especially playing defense, getting rebounds, getting stops, where I think where my team really needed me the most. And so I really just thought, I mean, everything else will come. I'm gonna hit shots, I'm gonna hit threes, I'm gonna get finishes, I'm gonna get dunks and stuff like that. But I think those two things, I really locked in on that, and I knew everything else would come, and that's what I tried to do.
Yeah, and did you end up playing in the Pangos camp a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was at that.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't there, but just in general, like what was it? Was it a good camp or not?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, just going out there. I mean, just getting to play pickup right now is great anywhere. I mean, just getting to play, getting able to work on my game and stuff like that was awesome. I mean, got to see. I mean, like Ray Allen was there, which was pretty cool. Saw him, talked to him a little bit, which was dope. And I mean, just being able to play right now with, I mean, it's being a little bit tougher now. Like COVID's out was obviously awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And what have you been doing, I guess, during the off season since I guess the UIBL and the Each One Teach One games haven't started yet?
I mean, I've just been trying to like work on my game. I've been locked in on training. I mean, training like 7 days a week, just getting after it, trying to, I mean, get stronger, work on my shot especially, and I mean, just focusing on that.
Yeah, and in the future, like when you go to college, I mean, you're 6'11" right now, so but yeah, you're 6. That's crazy. So that means you're an inch away from 7 feet, then, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird to think about.
Yeah, that's insane. So I guess in college you might not look like you might still be kind of tall, I guess you could say, but obviously you're gonna be with other taller guys, so you'll kind of fit in a little bit more. Are you trying to develop your game at all to more of a guard-ish like style, just since you're not going to be that big gigantic guy on the court anymore?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm definitely trying to, because I mean, I feel like definitely what I'm trying to work on right now is just being able to kind of be that spot where it's kind of like, I mean, bigs can't keep up with me outside, can't keep with me outside the 3-point line, trying to work on my shot, get that locked in so that I can do that. And obviously I feel like I'm a very good shooter right now, but I mean, just improving to that level to be incredibly efficient so that when I get to the college level, I can just get in right away, play right away, and help my team wherever I'm at.
Yeah, and bringing me back to your recruitment now, just because I kind of realized like maybe I'll use this for an article since I do the articles. So just some general questions about that. What are you looking for in a school?
I mean, I would say, I mean, first, especially the most important thing is I'm trying to play after college. I'm trying to play pro. So, I mean, like, obviously somewhere that knows how to develop players, knows how to do that is obviously number one. And I would say after that is somewhere I feel like is a good fit for me and is somewhere that fits my play style and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that's it based off all the all other questions I asked you. So yeah, I guess my final question for you of the interview, I just want to know, like, overall, what's your overall goal just in life?
Just in life, that's a big question, man.
Hey, or if you want, I can make it like a little more like lower if you want. It's kind of up to you.
I mean, you can try to make it lower. I can try and answer that. It's up to you. Whatever
Yeah,
you want.
some people like at least like I kind of know like right now like what I want to do. Like some people like know, some people don't know. Here, what would you say is your? Oh yeah, I got. All right. So once you graduate high school, what do you want your legacy to be like?
I mean, obviously, my entire life has been focused around basketball and stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously, you got to ask me anything about that. I have to say, like, I want people to remember me as being able to do that and being very good at that. And I mean, like being a good person and everything like that obviously is right after that. I mean, people will remember me as being a good basketball player and being a good person. So I'll say those two things.
For sure, man. Well, anyways, again, really appreciate you for your time. Means a lot having you come on. Before we kind of end this, let me just plug our Instagrams real quick. So make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at BenMiddle1. And I'm at iHoopsFL. And anyways, for 2022 Westminster Academy forward, Ben Middlebrooks. I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.